Hi, everybody. It's Adelia with Direct Cannabis Network, and today I have Holly from Healthy Headie Lifestyle joining us on DCN Talks. Thank you, Holly, for taking the time to chat with me today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
If you could please tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and your background.
Absolutely. So I come from the marketing advertising world. I went to college and to get a degree in business and went into that field in the corporate world and started working for our larger corporation, actually Reebok International, the footwear company. I had great experiences there and really just started honing in different entrepreneurial skills that I saw. I really, you know, the corporate lifestyle and the mentality really wasn't for me. And that was something that I saw our parent. And so I did spend some time there gathering some resources, being a sponge and trying to really, grasp as much real life, real world experience that I could. And from there, I started a consulting company working with smaller size businesses in business development and strategy development. And we kind of fast forward to the world of cannabis, and my husband and I were very vocal about the plant itself, and we started going out to California actually to do some market research, gain as much information as we possibly could, because obviously there's a lot more information there than where I'm from in Massachusetts. We went to Oaksterdam University and got a little bit more education there, and that's when we started to become a resource for friends, family, people who were looking for more information. And they started calling us, and that's kind of where our brainchild was developed from.
Oh, wow. And then so you're no longer in Massachusetts. Where are you currently located?
So right now we're in Boulder, Colorado. So we moved to Colorado for the Canopy Boulder program, which is an incubator accelerator program. And I'm sure you'll have questions about that. But that was something that we applied for. We were accepted into the program. So we moved across country actually in March. My husband and I decided to drive. We have a large dog, so we took our dog and we headed westward. And it's been a really great experience. We really love Colorado. The people here are fantastic. The community is wonderful, and the weather is great.
Is it? That's good. Yeah, I feel like too. You're right in the middle of it. Like the community, that's a great area to live right now.
Yes.
Especially with everything that's going on over there. And then, can you explain to the viewers exactly what is Healthy Headie Lifestyle?
Sure. So the easiest analogy, what we like to say, we're the Mary Kay of Mary J. So the idea is really an in-home direct sales network. And we saw that with the stigmas that still surround cannabis, there's a lot of people who aren't comfortable having conversations, whether that be at a traditional dispensary or a head shop or a smoke shop. And Healthy Headie Lifestyle was developed by Steve and I, as I mentioned, to really help people, family, friends, loved ones who were in a place and really left in the dark. And then also create jobs in an industry that we really are passionate about. So that in-home model is very similar to hosting a pampered chef party. And someone comes over with vaporizer devices, our independent consultant would come over with our demo kit. So they have their pieces of equipment that they are, I'm sorry, the demo kit, when they sign on to be an independent consultant, they receive a demo kit. So these demo kits have volcanoes, packs, all of the vaporizers that we currently carry in our selection line. That allows the independent distributor to then go in home and create this experience where each of the attendees is trying the volcano, the packs, the Da Vinci Ascent, actually before they buy it. So they can be very, very comfortable and confident that the device that they're choosing is actually going to work for them.
That works perfectly. So then, I know, actually, I was going to be asking, one of the questions was then, do they make it customized for them? Or no, it's just literally that kit, or it depends really on the experience probably?
Yeah, so it's very customized. Each of our independent consultants can sign up at a different price point. We have slightly varied kits for them to be able to use for the demonstration purposes.
Okay.
items that we carry, or the product line that we carry, are the best of the best for the vaporizers and tools and accessories that are out there. So being a Headie, it's all about a stand-up worthy person, somebody who's going to make sure that they're doing good and that they're treating you as though you would like to be treated. So we want to ensure that the products that we carry have that same philosophy in mind. So we make sure that we work with top of the line companies, both within the United States, Canada, and Europe. So we have a wonderful selection. Volcano's made in Germany. They've been around for a really long time. And we do have some newer devices like Vape Exhale. So it really varies. And what we do is we ask the host. So if you were hosting the event, it could be either one-on-one if you're very private and you don't want anyone to know. It could just be you and the independent consultant. However, if you have some friends or family that are curious, you can invite them over as well. The host obviously receives some incentives for having it at their place, and we customize it to what the host wants. So if you tell us that you're looking for portable vaporizers, something that you can bring around with you that does not require to be plugged into the wall, then we could customize the experience based on your needs.
Interesting. I like that a lot. That does make it fit for any kind of person, because you're right. When it comes to a lot of them may be either scared or just intimidated when they want to go to these, to the collectives or dispensaries, or even ordering online. It just gets overwhelming. Basic shopping gets overwhelming online. So imagine that, So that's a great experience. You're allowing it for a one-on-one or, with your family or your friends, in a sense.
Right.
What makes Healthy Headie Lifestyle different than the other businesses out there?
So there's no one else that's doing what we're doing, which is fantastic. We want people to be able to try it. So you mentioned online, it's completely overwhelming. You can't actually touch or feel that product when you're purchasing it online. So for a lot of people, just even operating the device, if there's smaller pieces that need to be put together, I always talk about arthritis as a condition that may impede you from using some of the different vaporizers that are out there. So it really gives you a sense to try and test drive or really feel comfortable that you could load, clean, maintain the entire device, and you'll really get a good feel and understand how it works.
Who do you see being your current target market, I guess, being in Boulder?
So our target market is a very interesting mix. So we only work with individuals over the age of 21 here in Colorado because it is a recreational state. So we actually see older demographics above the 30 mark and well into their 60s and 70s. We've serviced back in Massachusetts, our oldest customer was 87. So we've definitely have been able to bridge some different generations. We primarily see a lot of what we call curious consumers. Maybe they're not as involved in the day-to-day like you and I, so they're not familiar with a lot of the terms, the meanings. So we have a lot of curious people who maybe 20, 30 years ago, they had a relationship with the plant, but it's been that long and they're not familiar with today's cannabis. So it really varies, but we do tend to see over the 35 to 65 mark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that's good that's good that you are seeing that. That means that people are, at least they're willing to learn, and they're wondering about this, and the different ways. They're looking at other ways instead of just smoking, smoking a joint or those kind of ways.
Yes, definitely.
When with the independent consultant, when they come to, let's say, my house, would the guests be able to purchase the exact one, or does it come shipped like Mary Kay would?
So it's up to the independent consultant, depending on how they're going to set up their business. We want to make sure that this is something that, anybody who wants to get into the industry has an opportunity to do so. Of course, if you're an independent consultant and you want to purchase inventory to carry on hand, that's going to make your transaction a little bit sweeter because the customer can receive it at the in-home experience. So there's that instant gratification, of course, that we all love.
Exactly.
But of course, ordering is definitely an option. A lot of people like to go home, maybe ask, a significant other about their, what their thoughts are. Everything can be ordered very discreetly and shipped, pretty quickly from the party. So if they see that there's an item that they're interested in and they want to order it, it's easy enough to just place the order and have it shipped directly to the consumer.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
As you mentioned earlier, you currently are at the Canopy Boulder. How has that experience been with your business and personally?
Yeah, so we're all done. We graduated, I guess, you can say.
Yay.
Yeah, so it's a 13-week program. We started March 1st. We were the spring class.
Mhm.
They actually just started their fall class on Monday.
Wow.
So for 13 weeks, the program, we were the first to go through it. So obviously there's still some pieces that they're kind of fine tuning.
Yes.
And for us, we were in almost a classroom-like setting. It was our office space. It was shared amongst 10 teams. So
Wow.
there were some teams. We have the biggest one. We have 4 individuals on our team. So the Headie's roll in a pack.
Yeah.
And there was some companies that just had one founder when they came to the program. After coming to the program, they brought on new individuals. So we grew as a cohort, and there were a lot of individuals working in and outside of the office on a regular basis. We would have mentors come in from different organizations, both in the cannabis sector and outside of cannabis, that would provide us with presentations, more information. We worked on our business model a lot. That was really the bulk of it, is fine tuning, bringing it through what we called feedback loops and making sure that we have all the pieces needed to be successful in our case in a national capacity. So we went through that, the program. Mm-hmm. We had the opportunity to pitch to ArcView, which is a large investment group that you're probably familiar with.
Yeah, very good.
And it was a fantastic experience. We won the best pitch award from that. So that was a great, wonderful experience, a lot of excitement for our model, a lot of excitement for our team. And the final culmination of Canopy Boulder was at NCIA in Denver, where we had our own demo day. So all 10 teams were able to get up, do their 10-minute pitch in front of 300 or so people, and just it was a really great experience. And that was it. That was the end of the program. So some people did travel back to their home locations. We had one guy was from California, so he went back to LA. And we decided that we were going to stay here to grow our business within Colorado and then expand westward. So we still keep in touch with a lot of the Canopy companies. There's some wonderful relationships that we were able to build from that experience. And I am truly grateful. I think personally and professionally, I was able to gain a lot of different skills and experiences and absorb a lot of information that otherwise I wouldn't have had access to. So it was a really wonderful experience.
I think accelerators, incubators, they all are great. So, for everybody, for any kind of business that you're doing, if you're able to be a part of one, I think as a person and as the business, it does help you develop, and you get to work closely with those 10 other companies, know? So that I think is a great experience in itself as well. Has Healthy Headie changed in any way since you went to move, or since you're in Boulder?
So we really actually pivoted before we got to Canopy Boulder. We just readjusted our market in Massachusetts and changed up a little bit of our focus. We really wanted to make sure that we were giving all of our energy and time to the Canopy Accelerator program. Since then, there's definitely some added features and benefits, as well as some additional arms that will kind of come up to be for Healthy Headie Lifestyle. And ultimately our network of independent consultants, once we come visit you in California, we'll be able to have a different product selection as well.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Do you see, so with that being said then, do you see Healthy Headie going nationwide or even global?
Absolutely. So global's the goal. We have a lot of interest from Canada as well as Europe and Brazil. So there's a lot of people that are on our radar from both just investor interest and interest from independent distributors or consultants, people who want to be part of the company. So it's really exciting, and it's absolutely humbling. And our goal is to be a global company. And right now we're going to do a very strategic rollout and launch. We are here in Colorado, and then we're going to be heading to Arizona, California, and Washington.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That'll be a fun trip, too.
Yeah, definitely.
What is one thing that you would like to share with our viewers that they may not know about you or about Healthy Headie Lifestyle?
I think it's important that Steve and I were advocates first. We started because we really are passionate about the cannabis plant. We want to shout it from the rooftops. We want to tell everybody. And I think that, now with this green rush that's happening, people are coming from different areas. And that's just for us is an important piece that we really want to see the progression of this industry, something that it has been for the last 40, 60 years. This is something that prior to prohibition on a federal level, we were utilizing this substance in all sorts of capacities. And I think that it's really important us as a community, a culture, as well as the planet, to look at this in a broader aspect and really open our eyes and bring awareness to those that are still faced with that stigma. I think that's really the goal is to help people that don't have the same resources as us and create jobs in an industry that we truly love.
Yeah, I like that advice, that feedback. We already actually touched base on our viewers can finding your product online. Or no, actually we didn't touch base.
Yeah.
Yeah, can they find your products? Can they order your products online?
Yes.
Or the products you carry, sorry.
We have currently, we do have a website that it is up. It's healthyheadie.com. If you visit healthyheadie.com, you'll see more information about our story, as well as how to become an independent consultant with our company. And then there's a shop section. So you can purchase the products currently on our website without contacting an independent consultant. And we also have everywhere on social media as far as Twitter, Massroots, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, and we do different activities through each of those platforms. So you can stay connected through everywhere on social media. And if they're interested or want to purchase the products directly, that can be done right on healthyheadie.com. If you're looking for an independent consultant in your area, you can also contact us. Or if you'd like to be an independent consultant in your area.
And could, let's say California, could we already start doing that? Could I become one if I wanted?
We have an early adopters program that we're working on right now. So we have some people who have reached out and expressed interest, and we'll be talking about that in the future, actually, and kind of releasing those dates when we'll be launching officially in California.
Oh, awesome! Well, we will all stay tuned for that. Any upcoming events that you guys will be a part of?
Oh, well, tonight we're having an event. But, we do host different events. Every so often we do just an informational session. We partner with a lot of different companies as well to show up at their events. We love to be able to support organizations like SSDP, Students for Sensible Drug Policy. So a lot of times we'll be invited to other people's events to have our wares be shown or just talk about our company as well. I should be making a trip to LA soon. I can tell you more about that when I can release the information. But really, check us out on Facebook is probably the most up-to-date events that we're participating in. And they do change on a regular basis. And we also share our independent consultants, whether they're having launch parties or if they're doing something specific. We love to share that information as well to let the community know.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today, sharing with our viewers a little bit about you, about Healthy Headie Lifestyle. I can't wait to see you guys grow and for your guys' next trip going through all those states. Again, thank you so much for everything.
Absolutely. We really appreciate the opportunity to tell people about what Healthy Headie Lifestyle is and education, demonstration, and sales of ancillary cannabis products is what we're bringing to the table. And we're really excited to share this with everybody. So thanks again so much for the opportunity to talk to everyone.